Welcome back to the Utah International Film Festival. I am sitting down with James Moutsos to talk about his project. Tell us about your film.
So my film is called Kid Nature, and it's like a stop motion animated movie. It's about like this kid who really doesn't like school at all. He's like in middle school, and he runs away like during one of his classes. And everyone sort of like picks on him and stuff. But he like runs out into the woods and is like wants to build a tree house and just like do fun stuff in the woods. But he realizes when he gets way far out into the woods that there's like a little preschooler in his backpack, and he's gotta like learn or just figure out what to do from there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Problem solving.
Yeah.
Very fun. Where did you come up with the idea?
I just in school because this was like my like senior thesis film.
Okay.
In Pratt Institute, like in Brooklyn.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like I guess I just I wanted to make like something in animation, and I wanted to kind of make something that was like about like being a kid or
Mhm.
something like imaginative.
Yeah.
But so I just kind of like came to this idea, and it's got like a good bit of ideas like mixed in between. But yeah.
And it came together pretty quickly, the idea.
Yeah, because I had to make one for like the beginning of the year is when we like wrote the script, and then
Gotcha. So you have deadlines, so you kind of have to get it done quickly.
yeah.
Yeah. What was the production like for you? What was your process of doing it?
So I like wrote the script, I guess, over like the first semester of school. So it was like about like I guess 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So but I guess I haven't really like spent like a whole long time on like a script. So this was actually like good because I got to like have classmates like look it over and teachers and stuff. So I think that made it a lot better.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
How is it to listen to feedback from other people, though? Is it hard to get feedback on your script, or you found it helpful?
um, I mean, it's always like hard to like kind of hear your writing out loud at first.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and like I feel like whenever I start off writing something, I'm always like, this is awful. It's like I don't know. It's just like
You're hard on yourself.
yeah, a little bit, but like it's also like better, I guess, to read it out loud because then I started to like I think kind of like it more and kind of get out of my own head.
Yeah.
And then also like the feedback they give you just makes it better
For
too.
sure. Yeah.
And like the ideas too.
Right.
So it's actually like I really do enjoy like having a group of people who can like help me
Kind of collaborate.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So with this project, now you said that you were in film school, right?
Yeah.
Do you prefer animation? Do you think that's something you're going to pursue, or are you going to go more to live action?
That's a good question because like I've been thinking about that because I love stop motion. Like I love the process of doing it. I mean, a lot of people are like when I tell them that they're like, "Oh my God, that must be like take so long."
It sounds really tedious.
Yeah, and it does take long, but like I do like actually just love like spending so much time on it and being like you get to be like really meticulous and like and it's also fun, like you can tell like wild stories.
Interesting.
But they are right, it does take long. So like
Mhm.
like when I was going through the process, I was like sometimes second guessing myself a lot.
Yeah.
Like because I was in the film program, everyone else was doing film, and I was like, maybe I should have just done film because this is like
In the middle of it, you thought maybe it would be easier to
yeah.
just
I was like, this is taking way too long.
right.
But I hopefully can do both. I mean, I want to try to do both. Like I love the stuff that you can do in live action filmmaking, and how like like the actors can really like bring a lot of stuff into it, and it's like more spontaneous. But then there's like this like really cool
Yeah.
I don't know, just like creativity that comes out of stop motion.
So you like aspects of both. So
yeah.
So just do both.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think that's the answer.
I want to try like sometimes maybe combining the two.
It would be fascinating.
Yeah, as well.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, you could totally do that.
Yeah.
I'll have to come up with some ideas. That'll be your next project. That sounds like a big project.
Yeah, but I did have one idea where I wanted to like try to make it where this story of like these two clay characters in it was gonna be called Kid and Quack, and it's like about like a clay duck and a clay cat, and they're in the real world, so they like interact with people.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. But I gotta make it first.
Well, so who knows when that'll be made, but at least you have an idea.
Yeah,
which is more than a lot of people do.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you have any? Did you run into any like problems with your process of producing this one? Were there any big obstacles that got in the way of you getting it done?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest like hurdle for getting, obviously with stop motion, you need like a lot of, I guess, materials. But you also need like a space where you can stay like long hours.
Right.
And like I was using like a community space for, I guess, pretty much the whole filming. That was like this, it was a designated stop motion space, which was really cool. There's like a class for stop motion.
Oh, very cool.
That like took place in Pratt.
Okay.
And I had this one teacher, Robert Lyons, who is awesome. Like he like taught the class, and he's like pretty much like brings in a lot of the materials like in that room to use. But the issue with that was that like there'd be some people like using it sometimes. I couldn't always use it.
Right.
And then like if there was like a class like the next day, I would have to like stay up working on it until like maybe like 6 a.m. and then I would take it was the biggest set I ever had. It was like a forest set, and I would have to like take all of that and put it into a cart and just kind of like wheel it on home.
Wow.
And like wheel it out like through the streets in the morning.
Oh my God.
So it was that was like
that sounds like some obstacles to deal with.
Yeah, that was definitely the biggest one. But I mean but the nice part, I guess, is that I did like really get to spend time on it, like even though like I had to choose my different time slots like correctly. I did get to like actually like use that room a lot.
Yeah,
and the people like they were really nice and would like let me take up like more space than
That's nice.
I really should have. Yeah. So
is with your stop motion, was it a solitary, like did you do it by yourself?
Like I think most of just like the animation I did by myself.
Okay.
But I did have like a lot of people help me on it.
Okay.
A lot of people help like making the forest.
Oh, okay.
I had to like I needed like clothes for the puppets, so like I had like my friend Nico, she like helped like sew like clothes for the puppets, and then my friend Amori also was like she does like animation too. She was in the animation department, so she would like sometimes just like help me there and like kind of like just like help like press the button or like sometimes like move stuff or like with the lighting. So I mean, long story short, I had a lot of help.
I wonder, it sounded like it might have been something you did by yourself, and I thought, wow, that seems like a lot of work. So I'm glad you had a group of people, a crew basically.
Yeah, I mean it definitely like wouldn't have gotten done without that.
For sure. It takes a village in filmmaking, right?
Yeah, even with like something like animation, there's like a bunch of other like jobs that you wouldn't really think of.
Right. When you, since you finished this project, did you learn anything that you can take into the next project that you do? Like think maybe things not to do next time, or I don't know, just any lessons that you learned that will help you with your future projects.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, um, definitely just like because it was. I think the longest like sort of project I've ever made. It was like 13 minutes. So it was like definitely a big thing for like stop motion too, and I think I definitely learned how to like manage a project for like that long and like putting in that much effort. And also I learned that like I mean it is definitely like an ambitious thing, and like maybe to the next projects I kind of want to try scaling back, I guess, on the time,
Yeah.
and like maybe focus more on um making it like just like maybe one location.
Oh, okay.
Just like
Simplify things a little bit.
yeah, that way I can make maybe the sets a little more complex and stuff.
Where you can have a little more quality and less quantity of just the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm glad I did this because it like
Yeah.
also taught me how to like do a big thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's next for you? What do you have another project in mind for your next big thing?
Yeah.
Or a small thing, whatever it is?
Right, right. Well, I'm working on like a stop motion music video with my one friend Amori, who also does Amori Edwards. She
Shout
also
to
yeah,
Amori.
shout out to Amori. She also does animation, and like we like collaborate on like stop motion stuff. But and I'm doing that, and then like I've been wanting to like I guess do like a lot more collaborative things, like just because I don't know, I feel like this was like pretty collaborative, but I've like kind of missed out, I guess, on doing like more stuff like that.
Kind of the typical film set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I do want to like sort of build up my like live action stuff too. But the big thing I was gonna try working on this year was the Kid and Quack.
Oh, right.
I wanted to make that like a mini series, I guess, or just that I post on YouTube.
That sounds great.
Because I've loved like the idea of like working on a mini series, but I guess I just want to show people that I can like make one before they
right.
You know.
Yeah,
it'd be easier to pitch something if I'm like, hey, I've already moved.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you've just got to make stuff and get it out there in the world so people can know what you can do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's exciting. You've got a lot ahead of you, right? Your whole world. You're just out of film school.
Yes, I am.
Excellent. And you're in New York?
Yeah. That's where I'm staying right now.
Have you ever been to Utah before now?
This is my first time. It's literally, I was talking about this with my brother, but it's like literally my first time I've ever been, I guess like even remotely West Coast.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been, yeah. So
you've never been west of the Mississippi?
No. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of Utah so far?
It's so cool. I mean, it's cool. It's like, when I was looking at the plane, I was like, what? I never saw mountains that big, and then like it looks like everything is like a painting around me because there's just so many mountains.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really clear. I mean, I've only just walked around a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I think the best view is definitely from the airplane.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Yeah, it's a gorgeous place to live. We're lucky. But New York City is beautiful.
Oh yeah, different, very different. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Was there anything about your project that we didn't talk about that you wanted to make sure you got in here in this interview? If not, we can wrap things up. But what do you?
Oh,
what do you have?
I mean, just like I guess I just wanted to talk. I get a little bit of, like the themes, but
oh, absolutely,
sure. It's like just like it's like a story of like just like embracing your inner child, kind of.
Yeah.
I wanted to try to just make it like, I don't know, like just like a lot of different genres in it, and a lot of a little like jumping around in like tones and stuff, and try to make it like what life like is at like a middle schooler, like through their head, and like
right.
And like just that kind of craziness, the jumping from like being sad to like happy now to like something scary,
Right.
So So yeah, I just wanted to try to make it really exciting. And I guess if people want to watch it online, it's on my YouTube. It's JM Brick Studios. So if you want to watch it, you
Awesome.
know,
JM Brick Studios.
yeah,
Okay.
it's all one word. It's all one, or you can look up my name, James Moutsos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has it screened at the festival,
Um,
or is it the virtual screener?
it's gonna be screening tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. That'll be fun to see it with an audience, right?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on finishing and having a project that you can call your own. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So before I let you go, tell me a fun fact about you. What's something interesting about you?
Oh shoot. I don't know why I always panic with fun facts.
Okay, well, what about, do you have a hobby that's kind of unusual, or do you have a pet? Do you have a strange story from your childhood? I don't know.
Yeah.
A weird skill?
I really should have thought of something like that.
That's okay.
But I like basketball.
Basketball.
Basketball's cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's your fun fact. Not everybody likes basketball.
Not everyone. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So,
Exactly.
yeah. Like that.
Here.
I guess yeah. This is okay.
It's true. So own it. Own your fun fact.
Yeah.
I
I
say
like
it.
basketball.
There you go.
Go Wizards. Well, the Wizards are really bad, but I mean, but they're
And who is that naysayer in the back?
yeah. This is a tough crowd.
It is a tough crowd. Woo. Well, thank you for talking to me. It was a lovely conversation, and good luck with everything moving forward.
Oh, thank you.
And when are you heading back to New York?
It's Sunday.
Okay,
Sunday.
so you'll be here for the awards show tomorrow night.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to like do some cool stuff around here.
All right, excellent. Well, we will be back with more interviews at the Utah International Film Festival. It is in Utah.